Hello, we are live. 31 days to build your online platform. It is day 17, and we are more than halfway through. I'm so glad that you guys are joining me each and every single day for this series. I get so excited to host it, and I'm going to swing this around. Hello. All right, and pop it this way. Okay. I am a little bit later than normal today. I hope that is okay. I had a client call that I just finished up with, one of my private coaching clients. So let me move this. I can't get it to where I want it to be. Thank you, Jamie. She shared it already. That's awesome. How are you guys doing? Hey, Melissa. How are you? Y'all, today was wash day, so I have my hair up in my little bun. So that's why you can't see it. But it's there. It's still there. I haven't cut it off or anything. Hello. Thank you for joining. Hey, Katrina. Everyone is popping in the room, and I am pulling my notes up as you come on in. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for throwing up the hearts. Hello. And we've got a great topic today. I'll tell you exactly what we're going to be talking about. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Welcome to 31 Days to Build Your Online Platform. I'm so excited to host each and every single one of these topics. Y'all, I was in New York at the end of February, feverishly finishing out like all these topics. So I have every single topic that we're talking about. I already have it planned out. And I'm getting excited. I think I'm most excited about week 4 because we're going to be talking about how to actually turn all of this into dollars. And that's what I'm all about, helping my clients get clients and make more money. So I'm so excited to host this series. It's for you if you are a blogger, a small business owner, or a service-based entrepreneur looking to stand out online. But how can you do that if you don't have a platform to stand on? So that's what we are talking about. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to build your platform online from the ground up. It's exactly what I did to build my platform, to get featured in Business Insider, The Economist, quoted in Forbes. I got flown to New York City to do some video for a major bank. I've worked with credit card issuers and insurance companies, and they all contacted me because, well, first because I'm Letitia and I'm unique, but because I have a platform online. And we've already talked about being unique. That was in our branding week. So I'd love to see sort of who we have in here and kind of poll the room. So if you are a blogger, please tap a 1 in the comments. And if you are a service provider, meaning that you primarily gain business from a consultation call, then tap a 2. And if you provide products, then tap a 3. So I think one time we had like a lot of bloggers, and then one night we had a lot of 2s, and Michelle just does it all. Hey, Michelle. Okay, awesome. Louise, you're product based. 3. Okay, good. We got some service providers. Sonia, I know you said hairstylists and stuff. I checked out your website the other day. It looks great. Okay, good. Good. I'll go ahead and introduce myself. I'll fall into 1 and 2, and I'm working on a 3 eventually. But right now I have 1 and 2. My name is Letitia Stiles. I am a digital marketing expert, and I help women entrepreneurs find new clients online by building an online platform. That includes setting up a website, your social media, and putting into place the systems that can bring in an automatic flow of clients. Hey, Amber, thank you for joining and inviting your followers. Someone said none of the above. So you might not be in business yet, and that's okay. Okay. So this series can definitely help you because we're starting and working and building from the ground up. All right. Hey, Ebony. So today we are talking about lend your voice and find new clients. This week is all about building your, stepping outside of your online platform. So, you've got your website, right? It looks great. You've got your social media, it looks good. You're posting quotes. And then you're looking around and thinking, okay, where are all the clients? Like, why hasn't anyone contacted me? What's going on? You're refreshing your Google Analytics like, hello, is someone on my website? No one's there. What's going on? So you have to boost your online platform with offline boost, right? And so that's what we're talking about this week. I'm giving you ways to go out there and find the people that are going to come back to your site and actually make a purchase or take an action. Awesome. Luis, you said you're in network marketing. I'm glad this is going to be good for you. I got some great stuff. So today is day 17. We're talking about how to lend your voice and find new clients. And yesterday I sort of alluded to it, but lending your voice, by that I mean find podcasts to get featured on. Okay, so how do you do that? How do you find podcasts to get featured on? One of the first things you can do is figure out what podcast your ideal client listens to. You can do that you can just start with the podcast you listen to, because it's likely that if you like it and you're attracting the people that are similar to you, you might find that some of your ideal clients like those podcasts that you listen to. Go to that website, figure out who you have to contact, and then pitch yourself. You've got a great looking website now. You've got a great looking social media now. So you can go to them and say, hey, my name is Letitia. I am a digital marketing strategist and I'm a millennial personal finance expert. I'd love to come and talk to your audience about how I paid off $32,000 of credit card debt in 3 years. Or I'd love to come talk to your audience about how I built a business helping other women entrepreneurs build a platform online. Or I'd love to talk to you about how I graduated from college and I had a hard time finding a full-time job. And so I created my own job with Young Finances. So you have stories, right? We've talked about in week 2, we talked about, where is it? Give me a reason to listen. Why your brand voice lacks substance, right? So that was on day 13, when we talked about telling your story. You have a story to share. Those are the stories that you're going to be sharing when you get on or featured on a podcast, okay? So you're going to send out what's called a pitch. And that pitch is going to include, make it short, okay? Anytime you send out an email or a pitch and you're contacting someone who hosts a podcast or anyone who's like extremely busy. And thanks for throwing up the hearts, guys. Y'all are awesome. So you can keep tapping. And if you're if you're watching online, I believe if you click, the hearts go up. So I appreciate that. Make your email short. Okay. I try to keep mine down to 3 sentences, the 3-sentence email rule. And so you can say, hello, I just stumbled upon your podcast, or I've been a listener of your podcast for several months now, and I would love to come on as a guest. And then your third and final sentence could be, hey, I did X, Y, and Z, and please let me know if you're booking guests, right? I think that might have been 4 sentences, but hello, my name is, I like your podcast because, or I think it would be a good fit because I have done X, Y, and Z. Please let me know if you're booking guests. Okay. So I sent that exact pitch out to, I think I sent it out to 5 or 6 podcasters because I wanted to get on more podcasts. I always like to practice my speaking and do interviews and all of that. And I got 1 no, and I got 1 person who didn't respond, and the other people, I'm not sure if they responded yet. I probably need to follow up. But I got a yes, where she was like, hey, I think you have a great story and I'd love to feature you. Here, click here to choose a time and get scheduled. And I was like, woo, I'm so excited. So I got my podcasting mic, right? So I actually bought this because I had started a podcast. And this is a mic that I use, but if you don't have a podcasting mic, just use your headphones, right? And make sure that the headphones are, that it has a mic. And I got on there, actually, I recorded the podcast a couple days ago, and it's going to go live in April. And so that's an opportunity for me to get out there, because during the podcast, she says, hey, what is it that you're working on? What do you want to share with our listeners? And then I can share that on the podcast. The podcast that I had that I was running is no longer live. It was like 4 years ago. And I had a co-host and we recorded it and it was a lot of work. And we sort of kind of went in different directions. So that's no longer live. The domain just expired. So we won't talk about that. But yeah, I think that as long as you have, a good sounding, a good mic and you got headphones, you can do a podcast. So lend your voice. So what should you say? So now you've reached out, you've pitched. Secondly, you've gotten accepted and you have your materials, right? You have your podcasting materials that you need. So what should you say when you're on the podcast? You want to keep your story in line with what you offer. Hey, Sue. Hey. You want to keep your story in line with what you offer. So if you offer, for example, if you offer beauty care or like a beauty regimen, let's say you're an esthetician, okay? And I've always loved that word because it has tish in the middle. So, but yeah, that's kind of off topic. So let's say you're an esthetician, right? And you're talking on the podcast about how you helped your family because, or you helped a family member that had like itchy skin and, eventually, you created your product and services, your beauty bliss or whatever it's called. And then you want to make sure that you include a call to action and you say, hey, I've got a special offer for your listeners. If you go to www.beautybliss, whatever your website is, and put your email address in, I'm going to send you 5 ways to improve your skin today, or whatever your freebie is. And that's actually coming in week 4 on day 24. So we're going to be talking about what freebie you can give away. But you always want to include a call to action and say, thanks for having me. I've got a special offer for your listeners. This is where they can go to get it. And y'all, the great thing about a podcast is that it lives forever. And everyone, if you've ever found a new podcast and then you sort of like binge listen, and I've done that. I've gone through a podcast and I was on a road trip and I downloaded a bunch of them and I just listened to it and listened to them. If you've ever binge listened to a podcast, then you know that those podcasts live forever. They promote it, you continue to promote it, and every time someone hears you and hears you talk about your free offer that you have people that are coming to you. So each of these items builds on itself, right? Yesterday we talked about guest posting. That builds on it. Your podcasting will build on it. And tomorrow we're going to talk about how to get press mentions so that you can really boost it and take it to the next level. So, do we have any questions on that? Those are my tips for today. While you're typing in your questions, I almost forgot, but I wanted to remind you that this series, 31 Days to Build Your Online Platform, is brought to you by the Actionista Summit. And, you can see it. You can go to actionistasummit.com in order to register. It's absolutely free if you can join us live. You can also just tap the little dude in the corner and tap the link in my bio. That'll take you directly to the event page. It's a digital event, so you don't have to be in Memphis in order to join us. I've got speakers coming from Miami, well, not coming, but they're going to be joining from Miami, New York, and I have one, she's in London right now. I was like, I didn't even realize you were in London, but she's going to be here. She's in Canada normally, and we're all going to be hosting a digital conference for you, absolutely free if you can join us live. So, hello. Thanks for joining from the UK. That's awesome. So if you missed the rest of the series, that's okay. I do a recap on Instagram, and I do just like a short image recap. You can find that by going to Instagram /LetitiaStylesTV and you can follow me there. And that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining. I'm assuming there's no questions. The website, you can tap the link in my bio to go, or you can head over to actionistasummit.com. I kind of like doing that. I feel like Vanna White, where she's like, ding, actionistaSummit.com. So thank you. What do I use to record my podcast? I was using GarageBand, but when I guest on a podcast, like when I go on someone else's podcast, then whatever they use to record, some people use Skype and some people use, and there's a call recorder app you can use on Skype. Why do people say guest posts are dead? Well, a lot of it is because Google has made some changes to, what they prefer. And some people are like, well, if Google doesn't like it, don't do it. But I don't think that that's how you should structure your outreach and your efforts. Guest posting, especially if that author has an audience, you can guest post and find new clients that way. Okay. All right. So that's what I have for you today. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Every single night around 8 p.m. Eastern, I will be live next week. And I'm telling you guys this early because we are flying out on Monday, I believe. Next week, I will be out of town, but I'm still going to be coming to you live depending on the Wi-Fi and internet. Hey, Sheena. Depending on the Wi-Fi, the internet, and how that works, I don't know. We're going to be on the beach. I might be broadcasting in the morning, and also so that I can, hang out with my husband for the rest of the day. So, but we shall see. But I will be live every single day. Okay. Awesome. All right. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.